Welcome. My name is Bri Morena de Santos, and this is a foundations class. We draw a lot of teachers to this class, so there's a lot of tips and tricks on how to lead a class, but also how to really get deeper into your practice. So if this class seems weird, it's because it is, right? Just a little warning. You've been warned. Okay, we're gonna start seated, Sukhasana, easy pose. Last week, we were talking about Surya, the sun, right? We have like two sides of our nadis, the sun and the moon, and that's a running theme in yoga, right? It's like we're always balancing out Brahmana and Lagna energy, so expansion and relaxation. Well, guess what? You're in the moon. It was a full moon yesterday. This is going to be more of that Chandra or moon energy. So we're going to be digging deeper into the left side of the body, the heart side, which cross references to the other side of the brain. So this is going to feel chill. You're going to be feeling like water if I'm lucky, right? So enjoy today's class. All right, we're going to take a moment in our easy seat, maybe softening the gaze, drawing the palms over the knees, facing up. And I want you to take a moment and imagine that you are breathing into the palms of your hands. And you're feeling this little pulsation that could be activating, even if it's just in your imagination. And you're going to start to inhale into the right palm and exhale into the left. Slow and steady. Feeling that gentle releasing on every exhale. Feeling your chest expand, maybe even your heart rising on every inhale. And the body in its own infinite wisdom, every time you take this deep inhalation, you're releasing through the pelvic floor. And every time you exhale, you're creating a little structure, a little contraction in that space. So we want to fill those lungs. Taking 2 more rounds of breath. And then you're going to take your left hand and place it over your heart, your right hand over your belly, your heart representing the moon, compassion. Your belly is your solar plexus. Your navel is that force, that creation. Take a moment and just gently tuck the chin into your body. And in yoga, we like to set a sankalpa, an intention for the practice or beyond. This intention should not be filled with desire of an outcome, but rather just an offering to ourselves. So take a moment and think of what could come up for you. If this is all new to you, then just be grateful. And we will fill in these intentions with a deep inhale, fill the lungs, and then open the mouth and let it go. Yes. On your next inhale, inhale the hands into the air, take your eye gazes up, feel that delicious stretch from root to rise, and then exhale the hands down, tucking the chin into your body. Let's repeat that. Inhale, rise. Fill the lungs, stretch the body, and exhale, let it go. Uno más, one more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Woo. We're going to draw the bottoms of the feet together. Nice little bound angle. You can capture your hands onto your ankles or wherever you can reach. Your foot can be in a diamond or all the way towards your pelvis. Take a moment, draw your shoulders into your ears, float them behind you. Feel the shoulder blades coming together as the heart expands. For most of us, this is the most intentional breathing and stretching we've probably done in a while. And then as you feel that expansion, tuck your chin into your chest. We're going to massage the thyroid gland here, getting into that endocrine system, trying to create a little homeostasis in our hormones. We're going to hold on to this, but not holding on to the breath. Feel those inhales and exhales, giving that little gentle massage through your body. And you can stay here. This is a great place to be. If you want to round your spine, encapsulate your heart, feel your belly folding toward your body. You can feel a little relaxation here. You might get into those hip flexors here. And for those of you who love to get deeper into that hip opener, you can draw your nose toward your toes, even if it's only in theory. If you like, you can press the elbows into your inner thighs, getting a little deeper if you need to, or if that feels amazing. And as I always tell my students, this is how you can tell what kind of sleep you had last night. If your hips are already fighting, we've got a little work to do, and that's okay. We're gonna slowly rise. We're gonna let the head float atop of the shoulders last. We're gonna walk the hands behind us, lift the heart, lift the nose like you are sun or moon bathing. Start to encourage your knees to ground towards the earth. And you're just, even if it's just a subtle encouragement, you're gonna feel that little opening happening. And then keep your hands pressing into the earth and tuck your chin into your chest and invite those shoulder blades to connect, really getting into this deeper stretch of the body. Now, there's a practice of yoga called yin yoga. It's a little bit of a different discipline, but still an Eastern philosophy. And it's very divine feminine, very fluid, right? It's not easy because you hold the poses a little longer. We're going to get to some hip openers that way. We're going to come back through center. We're going to draw the knees together. We're going to thread the hands either under or over, and you're going to just give yourself a delicious hug. Find your breath. Yin yoga is through traditional Chinese method. And normally, when you're practicing yoga, it's usually through an East Indian philosophy, but these two come together beautifully. We're gonna come over into all four, and we're gonna do a little bit of movement here. We're gonna walk those hands out in front of us, yogis. I like to call this like a kitty cat, stretchy kitty cat. Let your head come in between your shoulder blades. Maybe shake your head from side to side. Get into those deeper armpits, maybe tilting your palms up and off of the earth, feeling every bit of each finger pressing into your mat. Take your eye gazes forward. We're just going to lift our heart and shift our weight through, coming into a little sill on a rock or a little cobra. Lift your heart, lift your nose, and then we're going to take our tail to our heels for a little balasana or child's pose. We're going to slowly roll up on to tail to heels. Inhale the hands up. Eye gazes follow. We're going to create cactus arms. Exhale, keep the heart lifted. Inhale, rise. Exhale, let it go. Ooh. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold forward. Start to feel this gentle flow. Take your eye gazes forward, shift your weight. Lift your heart, lift your nose. This time we're gonna press through the tops of the feet into up dog. Kind of feel yourself lift off. Yeah, feel that power. Tuck the toes, lift the tail, down dog. Go ahead and pedal out your first dog of the day. Yes, yes, yes. Shake your head, spread those fingers, press the palms into the earth here. Ah. We're gonna slowly walk those toes to meet the hands. Bend the knees here, nice and generously. Let your belly rest the top of your thighs. Look at your toes. Blow them a kiss. Okay, too much, too soon. And then start to drop them one by one, pressing them into the earth. And slowly roll up. As you slowly rise, let your head be the very last thing to come atop of your shoulders. Inhale the hands into the air. We're moving like water. There's effort, but it's very much like a feather going through the wind. Exhale, swan dive. If you need to fold forward with your hands because it's a little pat. Half lift. It's 11:11. Make a wish. Bend the knees, step into plank. Told you this is weird. And then we're gonna drop the knees, flatten the feet, lift the heart, lift the nose. Take a moment here, yogis. Enjoy this little back bend. If this is too much, then you can lift your tail. We're gonna slowly bring our tail to heels, back to child's pose, balasana. Slowly roll up. The fingers by your side. Inhale, rise. Eye gazes up. Exhale your hands to your heart space, Anjali Mudra. Take a little bow. Now in yoga, deeper into the philosophy, every time your hands are in Anjali or prayer, you take a little bow and you can say a mantra like, I am healthy, I am happy, I am grateful. So maybe incorporating that into your practice. Inhale up. We're gonna take a little heart opener, a little baby back bend, and exhale, fold forward. Eye gazes forward, shift your weight, lift your heart, press into up dog. Enjoy this moment. Tuck the toes, tail in the sky. Right leg lifting high, stacking those hips a little bit, bending that heel to tail, taking a moment, getting into that hip opener. Sometimes it feels good to wiggle the toes, wiggle that ankle. For others, they like to move that entire leg, getting deeper into those hips. Eye gazes in between your thumbs, float that right foot there. Slide that left foot behind you, low lunge, drop the knee, flatten the foot. Take a moment here. Your hands can definitely be on a block or two or fingertips on the earth. We want to get into that right hip flexor here. So I like to do a little bit of wiggling, just a little bit of movement, kind of encouraging the body to get a little bit juicier and flowy so I can get into that muscle, into that part of the body. Yes. Breathe. Deep inhales. I'm going to give us a little air. Some delicious exhales here. Yes. Ooh. All right. Tuck the toe, lift the knee. We're going to press into that front foot and we're going to hover those fingertips off of the mat. Now you're going to feel that power here. Yes? It's a little bit of Brahmana, or a little bit of Surya or sun energy. Drop the fingers back to where you found them. Step that back foot to reach the front. Come into chair pose, Utkatasana. We're gonna come into some cactus arms just to release any tension in the shoulders. We're gonna take 3 rounds. So you're gonna hold your body where it's at from belly button down. Hands are gonna inhale up, eye gazes follow. Exhale, lift the heart. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, release. Inhale up. Last time, exhale, let it go. Bring your hands to your heart and slowly rise. A little gentle tuck of the chin into chest, maybe bringing to mind that mantra. Inhale the hands into the air. Exhale, lift the heart, take a gentle baby back bend. And then press through the bottoms of the feet, come back through neutral. Exhale, hands to your heart and fold forward. Uttanasana. Pedal it out. Get really into those toes, lift those heels. Get into that ankle. Yes. We're gonna step back into a gentle plank. We're gonna drop our knees, flatten our feet, lift our heart. Eye gazes up like a little sail, a little ball hanging out on the tip of the nose. Exhale your tail to your heels, stretch it out. Slowly rise as you're sitting on your heels. Inhale the hands into the air. Exhale the hands to your heart. Say your mantra. I am healthy, or whatever it is. Inhale up. Exhale, take a little heart opener, baby back bend. Exhale, fold. Yes, shift your weight forward. Come into up dog, lifting off. Tuck the toes, down dog. Left leg high. Stack those hips, maybe heel to toe, maybe wiggle the toes or that ankle or the entire leg. Eye gaze is in between the thumbs. Drop that foot there. Low lunge. Take a moment, drop that knee, flatten that foot. And again, I like to kind of wiggle around just to get into that hip flexor. And then I find where I want to land. Take a few rounds of breath. Breathe. Yes, 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 yes. One more round. And then we're going to tuck the toe, lift the knee. This is our little challenge here, bringing in that masculine energy of the sun. We're going to hover those fingers off of the earth, getting right into that front quadricep. Woo! Yes. Bring the hands to the mat, step that back foot forward. Utkatasana, chair pose. Cactus arms. Keep the lower part where it's at. Inhale, hands up, lift the eyes, lift the heart. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Press the palms together. Tuck the chin into chest a little. Say your mantra. Inhale the hands into the air. Take a little back bend. Come back into Tadasana or mountain pose. Bring the hands to your heart and drop them by your side. Palms facing forward. Fingers can be spread or glued together. Feet can be as wide or together as you like. Take a moment here, maybe lifting the toes off of the mat and dropping them one by one. Feel yourself get even more rooted and grounded. Yes. Breathe. Woo. That's right. A few more rounds of breath here, lovelies. Inhale the hands into the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting halfway. Let those fingers come all the way up the shins. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. And we're going to swivel or turn towards the side wall, towards the mirrors. We're going to step that left foot out, step that right foot out, and come into a little squat. Yes, feel free to sit on your blocks here, especially if you haven't been squatting in a long time. Maybe the last time you squatted was your ancestors. Right? So it might be a little uncomfortable. So feel free to sit on that block. Don't hover over the block. Let the body really engage into that block. And just find your breath. We're going to take 4 deep rounds. Fill the lungs, get into those hips. Every exhale lets you release any tension that your body is trying to encourage you that you have. One more round. That is right. Hands to the earth, tail to the sky, yogis. Yes. We're going to keep those feet nice and wide and diagonal to the edges of the mat. We're going to walk those hands over to the right foot. You're going to let those ankles swivel however they need to. Yes. And you're just looking for a stretch. Maybe there's a bent knee that's going to show up here for you. It's up to you. Use your blocks. This is sort of your Jane Fonda segment. So just enjoy your stretching. A few more rounds here. Yes. And on your next exhale, bring it center. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. We're just neutralizing our spine when we do that. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, take it to the left side. Again, bend a knee or two if you need to. Use your blocks if that feels amazing. Yes, yes. Most importantly, once you land in the pose, let's reactivate that deep breath work. Trying to get into that diaphragmatic breathing if we can today. Deep inhales through the nostrils. If you can, exhale out of the nostrils. One more round. And then exhale center. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Look at your feet. Make sure they're diagonal to the edges of the mat. We're going to bend the knees, bring our hands on top of the thighs. Palms facing down. Fingertips are going to be like inner thighs. Stick your tail up behind you like a sumo squat wrestler. And then press your right hand into that right thigh. We're going to twist that left shoulder forward as we twist that right shoulder backward. Eye gaze is right over that right shoulder. You can press that left hand into that inner thigh, getting both into that hip and into that twist. Yes, yes. One more round of breath. And exhale, center. Inhale and exhale, opposite side. That's right. Breathe. Really think your tail out because you're going to enjoy this. And then we'll bring it center. All right, yogis, we're going to bring our hands forward like we're capturing a ball. We're going to pass it to someone behind us, even if it's imaginary. We're going to give it back to us. And this time we're going to take our pelvis with us. Bring your hands overhead and come into cactus arms. Inhale everything up. And when you're ready, exhale, sink. This time we're not sumo squat wrestlers. The tail's not behind. The pelvis is lifted up and your tailbone is lengthening down to the earth. Bring up hands to heart space. Press the palms together. Finding your pose. Yes. Nice neutralized spine. That was amazing. Wow, you all look great. One more round of breath if we have it. Woo, I know. All right, my dears, let's fold forward. That's the thing about yoga. When we're in a challenging pose, then we get to appreciate the next one, hopefully. Heel toe all the way in. Sometimes the next one's a pose you used to not like. Slowly roll up. Let your head be the last to rise. Inhale the hands into the sky. Exhale, take a heart opener or back bend. Inhale up. Two more. Exhale, let go. Yes, inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Woo. Inhale up and exhale the hands to the heart. Take a moment here, keep the palms together, a little slight tuck of the chin, and offer your mantra. I am amazing, right? Yes. When in doubt, you can just say thank you, and it will go wherever it is meant to be, right? All right, yogis, we're gonna press those palms toward the sky. This time the right hand's gonna capture onto that left wrist. We're gonna take it over to the right. Take your eyes to the earth, release your cervical spine, release the back of your neck. Enjoy that side body stretch, making your body like a banana. Pressing through the bottom of your feet, rise and capture the opposite wrist, opposite side, eyes to the earth. Maybe drawing that shoulder just behind that ear. Find your breath. Inhale up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Take them all the way to the mat. Half lift. Bend the knees, come into a little yogi ball. Swivel back to the top of your mat. Step into a gentle plank. Drop the knees, flatten the feet, lift the heart, lift the nose. Tail to heel, stretch the body. Slowly roll up. Inhale the hands into the sky. Exhale the hands to your heart. For my teachers in the room, this is a play on Chandra Namaskar, the floor variation. Inhale, hands up. Interlace the fingers, lift the palms up, lift the heart, lift the nose. Exhale the hands by your side. Tuck your chin into chest, interlace the hands behind you, or grab the back of your shirt, elbows or knuckles and knuckles. If you're interlacing the hands, you can get deeper into this stretch as you draw the chin into the body, giving your thyroid a little bit of compression here. Breathe. Give us some air. The more you draw those knuckles down towards your tail, the more you tuck your chin into your body, the more you can get deeper into that stretch you probably haven't had a chance to do in a little bit of time. We're gonna slowly lift the nose to the sky. You can keep drawing those hands toward the earth. And this time, as you exhale, tuck your chin into chest. And if you like, you can draw your forehead down to the earth. or maybe the crown, lifting your tail, maybe taking the knuckles up, getting into that shoulder opener. Yes. Okay. She is like, she's like, he's fine. Yes. Few more rounds of breath. And when you're ready, slowly release the arms, come into a child's pose, balasana. Your legs can be together or separated. Your belly can rest on top of your thighs or in between. Take a moment here. This can be an active pose where your fingers reach towards the top of your mat. You press the palms into the earth. You encourage your glutes to ground themselves towards your heels. Or this could be passive, where you just chill. Be like water. Take a few moments here. Notice your breath. We're going to invite in that diaphragmatic breathing. So I want you to bring your awareness to the back of your body. For my ladies who have some sort of contraption on, like a sports bra, you'll feel this. But as you take an inhale, you're going to feel the back of your body muscles expand from shoulder blade to shoulder blade. It's going to feel like you're breathing into something like your shirt. And then as you exhale, you're going to feel that release. So start to just play with that. Feel that expansion. Feel that connection. Yes. We want to get deep into the back of the body. Normally we breathe very superficially. So this is your opportunity to get a little bit deeper. If this feels like too much, it's making you dizzy, anxious, go back to your normal natural breathing pattern. Now, as you start to feel that energy cultivating in your body, you're going to start to take the deepest inhale, filling up the lungs, feeling the lungs pressing into the rib cage, into the back of your body. And you're going to try to pause and hold that prana in for maybe just a moment, maybe a little bit longer. And then you're going to slowly try to exhale out of the nostrils. If you have a little stuffy nose, maybe just through the creases of your lips. And you're going to try to allow your exhales to be a little bit longer than your inhalation were. So let's take a few more rounds of those really intentional breaths. This is where the healing really happens in yoga, the breath, in anything really. A few more rounds if you have it. And then I want you to allow your normal natural breath to resume and just kind of notice the difference. Notice how it feels a little bit less like a workout, right? Because that is a workout diaphragmatically. Yes. One more round of breath. All right. Now we're going to come into tabletop. We're going to do some delicious cat-cows. It's going to feel really good. Take a moment. Bring your hands right under your shoulders. Knees hip distance. Feet can be flat or tucked. Take a moment. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, tuck the chin around the spine. To your little mad cat. And when you're ready, you're going to inhale your nose to the sky like a happy cow smelling roses. And you're going to go through, and maybe it feels good to hang out in mad cat or happy cow. Take your time. Feel your palms pressing into the earth. Lock your energy there. Yes. We're going to take about 2 more rounds of breath, and then we're going to reverse the pattern in our cat-cows. Take around 2 more rounds, give or take. That's right. And when you're ready, we're going to come back to tabletop. And this time you're going to take an inhale as you go into mad cat. And you're going to take an exhale as you go into your happy cow. These feel good when they're a little bit more audible. So if you want to just, don't be embarrassed, don't be shy. Come on, teachers. Lead the way. Yes. Sometimes my teachers are trying to think, oh, there we go. Let's get loud. Let it go. Woo! Yes. Let that homework girl go. She's like, I have nothing to let go. Few more rounds here. Maybe testing if it feels good to tuck those toes into the earth. Maybe that feels amazing. Maybe that feels terrible, right? Check in with your body. Let's take one more delicious round before coming back through tabletop. All right, when we get to tabletop, we're gonna lengthen that right foot behind us, tuck those toes, press the earth away from us. And I want you to just notate, like this is a nice stretch. It might feel a little bit intense, but it feels pretty good, right? Now we're gonna shift our weight forward, come into the tippy toes. And if you feel okay, we're gonna lift that foot off of the mat in line with the spine. Toes are gonna be pointing toward the earth. You can stay here. We're getting a little bit more into that Surah, that sun energy. If you like, you can shift your weight into that right hand, left hand forward. Eye gaze can stay grounded, or they can lift through the tips of your fingers. And just getting into that more energizing feeling for the body. One more round of breath if you have it. And exhale, release. Woo! Go ahead and move your body intuitively. Big circles, figure eights, whatever feels amazing. And then we're gonna come back into tabletop yogis. We're gonna lengthen that left foot, tuck the toes, press the earth away from you, shifting your weight into the back of your mat through those toes, and enjoy. Feel that stretch, enjoy that stretch. Sometimes it feels a little intense. And now as you shift your weight forward through the toes, lift them off of the mat in line with the spine. Press the earth away from you. This can be your practice today, right? This can be your balance. If you like, shift your weight into that left hand, right hand forward. Eye gazes can stay grounded towards the mat or off the tip of those fingers. You're gonna activate your solar plexus here, your core. Gonna get into that other side. And when we activate this part of the body, we're actually in our more compassionate side of the brain. So it's pretty fascinating. One more round of breath. And exhale, let it go. Woo! Move the body intuitively. Yes. Whatever you need here. All right, my dears, we're gonna get into a nice hip opener because what would be moon energy without that? So we have a couple of options, right? We can go into down dog and go from down dog into pigeon, or from down dog into pigeon or into lizard. So pigeon is when we bend that knee and bring it down, and lizard is when we draw that foot on the outer of that hand and then drop the knee and flatten that foot. So your knee will tell you what you prefer, and pick your favorite side first, yeah? So from down dog, either to pigeon pose or to lizard. Yeah. And you can go right away to Mimi's, which most of you are doing, or you can stay high up in your pigeon using your blocks. You can place a block under that hip in the back as well, if you like. Yeah. If your knee is bothering you in the back, I can bring you a blanket and you can place it under there. Once you settle into your pose, let's activate that breath, yeah? Let's let the exhalation guide the pose. And of course, if neither works for you, if this starts to feel really terrible, you can lie on your back, taking a gentle figure four or lying pigeon. As long as you don't feel pain, discomfort, you can get through a little bit. It's just mental, right? Use those exhalations. Yeah. Getting as settled into the pose as you feel comfortable doing. Trusting your body. Another simple opener would be way back to belly. Like that. So I always say that in yoga, your neck and your knees will dictate your practice. So if your neck starts to hurt or your knees are reminding you of that old college athletic injury you had, then honor that, right? We don't push through those. Taking 2 more amazing rounds of breath here. And when you're ready, yogis, we're gonna come out of this, tuck that back toe. If you're in pigeon, you're gonna just take that leg into the sky. If you're in lizard, draw that foot in between your thumbs, and then draw that leg into the sky. And then come back to center, down dog, maybe pedal it out. And then take your standing split or 3-legged dog as you take your pigeon or lizard opposite side. If you feel a little dizzy, that's normal, right? So kind of in these inversions a bit. Maybe this side feels totally different, plus or minus. Settle in when you can. Yes, yes, yes. Getting some prana, some life force energy, some of that oxygen to those areas of the body that's tight. Just imagining that you're directing your own breath work throughout your body where you wish for it to go. The mind is quite powerful in both directions. Taking about 3 more amazing rounds of breath here before pulling yourself out of it. Going back through your down dog, pedaling it out there. Take your time. When you finally get back to your down dog, definitely create some movement in your body, coming through the tippy toes, releasing any tension. We're gonna take one more round of Brahmana, just energizing the body before settling all the way down. We're gonna walk those toes to meet the hands. Bend the knees, slowly rise. Inhale the hands up toward the sky. Exhale 3 rounds of heart openers or back bends at your own pace. Every exhale takes you into a heart opener or back bend. Yes. That's right. We will land with our hands in heart center, coming back through Tadasana or standing pose. Nice little mountain. And then we're going to enjoy our final balance of today. We're going to do a little modified version of Warrior 3. Others can go into the fuller expression if you like. So we're going to shift our weight into that left foot. And we're just going to step that right foot back, but I want you to feel your toes pressing into the earth, which means you're going to have to shift your weight backward. This can be your practice today, right? This is perfect. This is quite the challenge. If you want to get deeper into this balancing challenge, you can shift your weight to the tips of the toes. And this can be your practice, feeling your weight pressing into that front standing leg. If you want to keep this party going, you can just start to lift that foot, maybe hinge at the hips, and maybe just a little bit. Maybe you come all the way heart facing toward the earth. Maybe the hands come out to superhuman above or behind. Remember, it's your practice. You can take it as deep or not. You have all of those options. Yes. Most importantly, that front standing leg is really supporting your practice. You feel nice and strong. You feel that connection to the earth. Yes. Wherever you are. We're gonna slowly come out of this. We're gonna find ourselves back to standing. Take your time arriving however you need to. Hands to your hips. And let's pedal it out. Let it go, yogis. Yes. All right. Maybe the other side's gonna feel totally different, right? Because I started us on the left standing leg. So come back to center, inhale up. Exhale, heart opener, baby back bend, let that go. Yes, inhale up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Woo. All right, we're gonna shift that weight into that right leg. You're gonna just step that left one back, find your foot on the earth. Shift your weight back so you can feel your toes like a little demi point here. This is your practice if you want. Shift your weight into that standing leg. This is your practice if you want. Keep going until your tippy toes. Maybe lift the foot. Maybe hinge. Keep hinging as far as you feel comfortable going. Yes, those hands can take flight into new directions to give you a little more stability. Airplane arms or otherwise, hold your neighbor's hand. Yeah. You have to be willing though. Take a few rounds of breath. It's okay if you come and go, right? Like the point of the practice isn't perfection. Good luck with that anyway. The point is just checking in with your breath, seeing what you can cultivate while breathing. Sometimes it's nothing, and we want the breath to overtake everything physical. One more round if you have it, and then we're gonna come to standing. Woo, I know, gotta earn that brunch. Just kidding. Pedal it out. We take our yoga seriously, but don't take yourself seriously, please. And please don't take me seriously, ever. Okay, inhale. 3 rounds of heart openers or back bends. You can do just a little gentle baby back bend, or you can get as deep as you like, yogi's choice. At your own pace, if you start to feel a little dizzy, then don't go so deep. And on the last one, you're gonna do a swan dive or fold forward, yogi's choice there as well. We're gonna do 3 half lifts. So you're gonna let your fingers come all the way up your shins towards your knees, neutralizing your spine, and then exhale your fingers down. Get heavy, let the shoulders get heavy, and then do it again. Inhale, half lift. You might feel a little dizzy here. This inversion gets a little more intense with the breath. And last time, inhale. Woo! Exhale. Bend the knees. Come down onto your knees and swivel those feet out in front of you. Yes, we're in a nice little seat now. We're gonna do the hardest pose in yoga, Dandasana, right? Just a little seated pose, just this. This is gonna be the hardest thing you've probably done. So take a moment, root yourself, move that flesh around, get rooted, yeah? Toes to the nose. Hands are gonna just float by your side, doesn't matter where they land. Shoulders into the ears, float them behind you, but don't stick your chest out so that you get that deep lumbar spine dip. Just a little lift in the heart, like mountain pose. And then you're gonna do a slight tuck of the chin. So it's like Goldilocks, right? So not all the way down, not all the way up, just a little slight. And then we're gonna see how long we last. Just kidding. We're just gonna take a few rounds of breath. This is the most challenging pose in yoga. So take a moment here. Feel your spine rising from the roots to the crown. Let the shoulders be both heavy, yet let the body feel like you can just lift off the earth at any moment. Feel that power, that brahmana, that sun, that sura, illuminating like it's just shooting out of your core, lighting up the world. A few more rounds of breath. Woo, you might start to feel a little shaky. And then this is the best part. Exhale and let it go. Right? Woo. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, fold. We're gonna take 3 sweeps. Let the fingertips come up the mat like you're painting your mat with your tips. Let the head rise last. Inhale up. We did this standing. We're just now doing it seated. Exhale. Take your time if you need to slow it down so you're not so dizzy. Last time. Yes. We're gonna slowly rise. All right, we're gonna come down on our forearms and lay on our back. You're gonna take your hands overhead and give yourself a happy Saturday yay stretch. Toes and fingers are pointing in opposite directions. Enjoy this. And then draw your knees into your body. Give yourself a little hug. Let's go ahead and paint the full moon up in the sky, making big circles with your knees. Feeling that gentle massage on your lumbar spine. And then switching directions if not already. Yes. And we're gonna do some delicious windshield wipers because that feels so good. We're gonna drop the feet to the mat, knees are gonna stay pointing toward the sky. Your hands can land wherever you like. I like mine overhead, like cactus or diamond, just so my shoulders are grounded. And then take a deep inhale. As you exhale, drop your knees to one side. And at your own pace, you will inhale the knees back toward the sky and then exhale them to the other side. Try not to be a crazy windshield wiper, right? It's not a rainstorm. Just a little drizzle. And allow your breath to guide the movements gently and slowly. Yeah, if it feels good to hang out on one side, just a tidbit longer than the other. On that. Don't worry about me. Try to enjoy that little massage you might be offering the back of your body, somewhere around the glutes or tailbone. Try to allow the belly and the shoulders and other body parts to just relax. Notice if you're holding tension. And we kind of feel like we're holding tension when it feels like we're lugging around our legs, right? Like they weigh 1,000,000 pounds. Try to dial that into more of like a flowy water feather-like feeling. One more round, we're gonna come to center. We're gonna do some gentle pelvic tilting here, which usually feels really good, especially since we did all that diaphragmatic breathing. Knees are gonna be hip distance apart. You're gonna feel the bottoms of your feet really resting on the earth here. Bring your hands either into the creases of your hips or resting on your belly somewhere, just so you can feel the tilting. Now take a deep inhale, and we're gonna tilt the pelvis toward the nose or toward 12 o'clock. And then on your exhale, you're gonna tilt the pelvis towards your toes or towards 6 o'clock. You're gonna feel a little space open up in the back of your body, like I can come and place a little grape there. And then as you tilt yourself back to 12, you're gonna smash that grape. So using your breath, slowly go through your pelvic tilting. And remember, every time you take an inhale, you're releasing your pelvic floor, and we're getting into that pelvic tilting. So just all around yumminess is happening here. Contrary to popular belief, we actually do a lot more of holding our pelvis than we think we do, which means that our bladder is never getting the room to do its job, right? So we want that pelvic floor to be nice and calm. One more round, and then we're gonna find a neutralized pelvis, whatever that looks like for you. We're gonna draw our hands by our side, palms facing down, and we're just gonna lift those hips toward the sky. Your chin can be slightly tucked towards your body, giving your thyroid a little compression if you can breathe. If that doesn't work, make an adjustment there. We're just lifting those hips up. You're gonna feel that little stretch happening in your quadriceps. Should feel yummy. And then exhale the hips to the earth. Draw the knees into your body. Give yourself a little squeeze. And this time we're gonna keep that right knee in, lengthen that left leg to the mat. On that right side, we're gonna wiggle that ankle, make little circles with those toes, both directions. Yes. We're gonna take that knee into the opposite hand and take it over the body. Eye gazes can be in the opposite direction as we lengthen that opposite arm out to a half T. Getting into this nice, delicious twist of the body. Only going as far as it feels comfortable for you. Sometimes when we're twisting in yoga, it's really hard to breathe. So dial down the twist, come out of it a bit, because the breath is most important, right? Eventually, you will start to manage deeper breath work with deeper twisting and postures and yoga over time. Take 2 delicious rounds of breath here, really filling the lungs. Slow exhales. And then on your next exhale, slowly start to untwist. I like to bring both knees back into the body, give myself a little squeeze, a little hug, get a little flexion. And then opposite leg lengthens and lowers to the mat. And let's make those little circles with those toes, both directions. And when you're ready, draw that knee over the body. Find your breath. When we do these sort of slow, deliberate classes, it's like giving yourself a deep tissue massage. Make sure to hydrate, especially when it's colder outside. We tend to not drink as much water. So hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. If you get a little headache or a little migraine, you did not hydrate enough, possibly, right? Because we did a lot of inversions, the blood rushing to the mind. So we want to balance out the body again with water. Look for an exhale, come out of the pose, give yourself that last hug. If you want to turn this into happy baby, right? Or you want to draw the bottoms of the feet together, a little butterfly in the sky, get that last hip opener, honor that. Yes. Taking about 4 rounds of amazing breath. Inhale, maybe 4 counts. Exhale, 4 counts. For my teachers or advanced yogis in the room, maybe you can retain the breath for 4 counts before the exhale. And whenever you're done, you're going to find yourself lying on your back, Shavasana. Take your time. And when you arrive, we're going to draw the bottoms of the feet together here, letting the knees split out to the side. And this will get us into a little bit of a final hip opener. I feel like I already said that, so final number 2. Take a few more rounds of breath, maybe draw one hand over the heart, the other over the belly. Take a moment and reconnect with your center, mind, body, spirit. And then slowly start to lengthen those legs. If you need a final little stretch of the body where the hands go overhead and the toes point in the opposite direction, let's do it. You're going to start to make your way into whatever final resting pose best resonates. Maybe it's Shavasana, maybe it's lying on your side. Either way, we're going to bring ourselves to a point of relaxation. And I want you to draw your awareness to the earth beneath your body. Start to allow yourself to relax. Start to feel your eyebrows relax. Feel your cheeks, your cheekbones, your chin, your jaw, your tongue, your entire face, the muscles of your neck, shoulders. Start to feel the right shoulder relax, the left shoulder. Start to allow the hands to relax, the thumbs, the pinkies, the palms. Start to relax through the hips, relaxing the glutes. Feel total relaxation through the left side of your leg, the right side of your leg. Relaxing the right foot, the left foot. Feeling all of the toes relax. With every exhalation, your body gets more relaxed. Start to imagine maybe a heart in the mind's eye, or some other symbol that brings you peace and joy. Start to allow that symbol of the heart or peace sign start to illuminate in the mind's eye. With every inhale, that symbol gets a little brighter. And with every exhale, it gets a little dimmer. Just allowing your breath to activate that symbol and deactivate that brightness. Eventually, that symbol will start to get brighter and brighter, and eventually dimmer and dimmer. The symbol starts to gently leave the mind, getting dimmer, as if it's way on the other end of a tunnel. You know it's there, but you can no longer really see it. It starts to fade away, taking you into total relaxation. And beginning to breathe life into your body, wiggling your toes, your fingers, rolling over onto your left side of your body. Taking a moment and giving yourself a little hug. And with your eyes soft, begin to float your body to a seat, taking your time. I know this is the hardest part, coming out of it. Coming back to a nice easy pose, yogis. If you like, you can draw your hands over your heart, or maybe palms facing up over the knees. Take a moment here and just acknowledge your personal and sacred practice today. Offer yourself lots of love and gratitude. And then share that love with each other, sending it all around the room, into the ether. And collectively, let's send all of that love out into our community. And let's seal in all of these thoughts with a deep inhalation. But practice non-attachment and exhale, let it go. Yes. Thank you for allowing me to guide you on your personal practice today. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Go in peace. Namaste. Yay! We made it through. All right. Thank you, yogis. I will see you all soon.
Thank you.
Bye.